Audience, welcome to the Fairview Social Podcast. I am your host, Tim. Please visit my website at www.thefairviewsocialpodcast.com. Also, visit my social media on all social media platforms. What do you guys think about that?
Well, before we go any further, on behalf of Mike, I have to say, Daniel's a bitch.
All right. I guess we're going to keep rolling with that.
I asked, Mike and I had a conversation this afternoon. I was like, should I start it off by still saying that Daniel's a bitch? And he said to do it in his name. So I did it in his name.
All right. Well, that's fair enough.
I have to say, this is the third time I've been here, and every time I come over, it's fancier and fucking fancier. Now you got a website and shit.
Well, I've had that.
Fancier microphones. And
Well, for a second, he looked at you, and I thought he was getting ready to shout out your website, and then he didn't.
I know.
The only thing that's different since the last time you came is I bought 2 more of these booms.
Well, it's the small things. They just kind of add up.
I didn't hear you say anything about the website last time, so...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I was just thinking on the way home.
That was new.
I was thinking on the way home from work. I was like, I need to promote this a little bit.
Should I like,
better.
share, and subscribe?
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe to all of the things. Well, listen. Apparently, that doesn't work out for the Fairview Social Podcast, so we'll just keep on rolling.
No, you got to say catchy shit like smack that bell like it owes you fucking money or something. That's what all those popular YouTubers say.
Yeah, smack that bell.
I'm watching the wrong YouTube video.
No, like Mr. Ballin. You watch Mr. Ballin.
I don't watch Mr. Ballin.
You ever watch Mr. Ballin?
I have not. I've watched a show on Amazon. That was entertaining.
He comes up with some catchy shit every time for you to hit the bell.
Yeah, they're like, smash that like button.
Yeah, like it fucked your mama last night.
Yeah, I do love this. No, you're right. I do love this.
Smack it.
I don't know what I was thinking, but yes, you're right. He abuses the like button.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess, do I need to start saying things like that? Is that gonna?
Hey, it works for
that
them.
make me?
I don't like that.
Does it make me cool like the kids?
I mean, that would kind of be ripping off John Ballin, but.
Well, I'm sure that like out of the millions of podcasts and YouTubers, there's probably a bunch of them that say shit like that.
Yeah. I think one time I tried to post on Facebook something about punch that button in the face, and it wouldn't let me post it because it was violence or something because it's their community standards.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Okay.
Well, so here we are. It's fall time here in the city. Here's my, I guess my update on Gene, which I have some a drink here. We're going to raise a glass to Gene. Joseph was thinking that I was going to say.
Just for the record, it wasn't just me. When I was leaving the house, Caitlin said, "Is Tim going to tell you that Gene is dead?"
So we have this running thing where, hey, don't call when someone dies, just text me, and then take it a step further. I'm just going to tell you when you come on the podcast. So if you don't visit the podcast for like a month, then you'll find out a month later that Gene has died. So we're on high alert right now. Gene has entered hospice care as of today, and he's declining pretty rapidly. So for those of you that are listening, we're not trying to make light of hospice and people dying, but he is 93.
Right.
It's bound to happen.
And we are heartless.
He's also been waiting to die since he moved in with you.
That is true.
Yeah, no, and then he incarcerated him.
Right.
I know. He said we incarcerated him at the assisted living. So we're going to have a little drink to Gene today. To Gene. And we'll have another one when he dies.
I'm not waiting until he dies to have another drink.
That's smooth.
That's true. You know why it's smooth?
Woodford Reserve.
It's Woodford Reserve, but it's double oaked.
I hadn't had whiskey in a long time.
That's the high dollar bottle there, boys. All right, so it's been a minute since you've been here, Eric, but Joseph was here recently, and I thought it'd be good to get both of you guys on here so we can hash out our differences. Just go straight into it. That Joseph, why do you not want to hang out with Eric?
What?
Well, I don't know.
This isn't Two Sad Dads. You can't just instigate shit. This is
well,
three
I was trying to create some drama here.
It was news to both of us.
Yeah.
All right, well, never mind.
It's funny. He's like, I figured I'd get you both here. It'd be nice. And I told Roger and Tim, I was like, one day I'm just going to show up at your house and be like, hey, we're going to podcast. No warning, no nothing. Just show up. And then I didn't have to.
Oh, yeah. He was going to do that. And then I just invited you both. I was like, that's a good idea. Eric and Joseph on here would be fun. We all have history together. So for those of you that don't know, Joseph is my brother. I believe he still is at this point.
I think so. I don't think they changed.
When Gene dies, you're only 2 fucking houses left.
I know.
I mean, we have children.
Other than our spawn. But
Well, I mean, the original houses.
the OG Hollises.
Yeah.
And Eric has been a lifelong friend. We actually all lived down the road from each other growing up. So that was always interesting, to say the least. So yeah, there's that.
I saw Anna Easterling. Well, she's not Easterling anymore, but I saw her the other night at the plaza. I've seen her in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while either.
I remember when I saw Melinda and Luke at Nathan's funeral. I was like, oh, these two people. I forgot about them.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Anna was always the coolest one. She still is. So.
Yeah. So Eric, you're hot off the Goblin Con train here. How did all that go?
Good, really well. Better than I had planned. My kind of measure of success was it would be hugely successful if we sold 500 tickets.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Well, we sold 700 something tickets and had over 800 people there.
Damn, that's a lot. How many?
Some people got some free.
Well, there were some free. Well, no, we counted those tickets, but 12 and under were free, and we didn't count the kids. So with the kids in there, it was 800 or more. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
the event went well.
Oh, it went great. Yeah, for 2 days as well, and so it was pretty crazy. But
so the whole event was 2 days.
Yeah,
I just know that Roger disappeared from work for a while.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how long actual Goblin Con was.
Well, we had VIP events too. So at the Night House on the Thursday night, the Goblin Con itself was only Friday, Saturday, but Thursday night we did a VIP dinner that was for all the VIP guests to meet and greet the speakers and get autographs and all that shit. And then Saturday night we had a VIP ghost hunt at the Night House. So, but we were up there from Wednesday to Sunday, getting ready for everything and all that. So,
how did the ghost hunt go?
Good, really good. Everybody had a good time. We had a couple who bought VIP tickets that came from Hamburg, Germany, just for Goblin Con.
Really?
We had a guy that drove 11 hours from Virginia. We had people from Oklahoma. I mean, all over.
Are goblins a big thing in Germany?
Well, the lady said she had, when she was a kid or a teenager, she had come across the Hopkinsville Goblin story because it happened in 1955. And it just fascinated her. And so when she saw on Facebook that there was going to be a Goblin Con, man, her and her husband came over just for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did they fly back immediately after? Do you think they went around and visited Nashville?
I know they went around Hopkinsville. I don't know if they ever made it to Nashville, but I think they were flying out like Monday.
I mean, who the fuck flies in from Germany to go to Hopkinsville, Kentucky?
These people
like,
did.
man, America's awesome. Like, no, it's fucking Hopkinsville. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Hopkinsville. It's just,
Yeah. There's not
fucking Hopkinsville.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. Well, I also saw for you, Eric, that you're starting up the podcast again.
Yeah.
First episode comes out, November 14th-ish?
I think it was 12th.
12th?
Man,
what do you mean you think? You got to know when your shit's coming out.
I'm like in the
whatever that
presence of
fucking Wednesday is.
I'm like with two professional podcasters and I'm just the fat guy in the corner.
I don't know. I think that our 14 fans would think that would say that they're a fan of you. Which I don't know why.
I don't know why. The meatballs guy.
Yeah, you are the meatballs guy. We do.
Look, I'm not a meatballs guy. I'm the fucking ravioli tester, okay?
Me too. I'm not.
I'm the ravioli. Fuck a bunch of cheap SpaghettiOs. I'm the ravioli tester.
I'm with you, but the fat joke was so good, I have to lean into it.
It was good.
So you said you put up a short, you tagged him.
I did. He never fucking responded to it. But like we've talked about on the Fairview Social before, it's like it's a wild, wild west out there on the social medias. Some days it's like it's fine, and then other days you get like 1 or 2 views, and people don't give a shit. So
yeah,
you just got to take what you can get.
The crazy thing with my podcast is I haven't done an episode in a year, somewhere around a year. And my fucking numbers have still been pretty good. I've still been getting ad revenue. And so I'm looking forward to bringing it back because then it's going to shoot up the listenership and then I get more ad revenue. So
can I be a guest on your podcast?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, he was like, he's like, do I want to be
he was thinking like, how can Joseph serve this podcast? Well,
that's what I was thinking is what could we talk about that would factor into the paranormal or horror?
Fucking
or something.
nothing. But, we can have a good time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Eric's podcast isn't as loose, I guess you would say, as this one. His is like historical and proper and not fucking bunch of assholes sitting around talking about nothing.
I don't know. How do we talk about the paranormal? Which I mean, sometimes it's sitting around talking
Maybe this
shit,
podcast
shit that don't exist.
This
that you can't see.
podcast may be more successful if there was like some kind of niche here,
Like a theme.
like a theme talking about something. Because
Well, one day, whenever he decides to branch out from paranormal stuff, he's like, you know what? I just want to do a podcast talking about bullshit. Maybe I can go on it then.
well, why would he even care to do that when he can just come here and fulfill that need?
I don't know.
Of course, he's got more listeners than I do, so it may benefit him better. But I don't know. I don't fucking know anything.
No,
I'm just here. I invited 2 friends to come over, a friend and a brother who I guess is my friend.
Can I not be your friend?
Yeah, I guess
I'm here by default.
You are here by default.
Freeman's like, you better take him on that podcast.
So what else we got going on, guys? Come on, let's think of something to talk about. I am ill prepared, as I usually am, for the Fairview Social Podcast.
Last weekend, I went on a haunted hayride.
Tell us about that.
It was fucking awful. And it was expensive.
Where was it at?
We went to the one, and it's at the drag strip, the Music City drag strip. It's whatever, up in Goodlettsville. And Caitlin bought the tickets like 2 weeks in advance, didn't tell me or anything, but apparently we bought 4 tickets because we went with her parents. So I'm like the 41-year-old guy on this haunted hayride without my children. Like, I'm just,
that's kind of creepy.
And,
were all the other little kids like looking at you like, what the fuck's this guy doing? over
well,
here?
no, they were looking at Caitlin's mom like, I wish this bitch would shut up.
Oh, God, what if she watches this?
I don't know. She was screaming constantly.
Okay.
But anyway,
Shout out to Caitlin's mom screaming.
no, it was great. No, the hayride
Being
was
obnoxious.
awful, but I get along with her parents are fine. But
Yeah.
but the hayride was fucking awful. It was $200 for all of us to go do this thing.
Damn.
It's fucking expensive, man.
And so I told, we were at the office, and I was like, man, it was on Friday morning. I was talking to one of the guys at work. I was like, man, I'm going on this haunted hayride. And he goes, are you going on the one with the paintball guns? I was like, you need to shut the fuck up right now. And this was not the one with paintball guns. And so we did it. There was a little freak show at the beginning. Caitlin may have been forced to get on stage.
Oh, really? Tell us about that.
Yeah.
I have pictures too, and the whole video. But
Well, I can't put it on here today.
no, that's fine. So they were doing like this freak show, and they're like, we need volunteers. And Caitlin and her mom had dressed up. Like, we need volunteers. And the lady's like, well, and I like to say that while the freak show was probably good for middle of nowhere Tennessee, it was not very good. But they're like, I need some volunteers. And as she's walking around, her mom shoves her forward. And she's like, well, thank you for volunteering. And I don't know if your listeners don't know this, but Caitlin is not
She's very timid.
yes.
Yeah.
So she's on stage and she has to rip a string out of a guy's mouth. That was her whole purpose.
I thought that was going in a completely different direction. My brain went
good
the opposite
Lord.
No,
direction.
it was dumb. But,
You said freak show. I mean,
well, I know in Tennessee in Goodlettsville. So
it wasn't Haney Mansion.
I mean, she handled it well. She was not pleased with being forced up there. So we go on this damn hayride, and it's just, you know, when you think of a hayride, you think they're gonna have bales of hay. You're sitting in the tractor's pulling the wagon.
Yeah.
And you're sitting. No, it's a trailer with hay on the floor, and you just sit on the floor.
I'm too fat for that.
I'm too fat for that too. And at some point, you have to get up.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're on this hayride, and bless their heart, they're all trying, but it's like they had 12 people for this entire hayride. So it's like you would sit there for like 5 minutes being pulled, and then all of a sudden somebody would just jump out at you. I'm like,
The problem with all of this, and I don't mean to interrupt you because this is a very, very great story.
no, it's fucking terrible.
The story's got me on the edge of my seat, but it costs $200 fucking dollars.
Exactly.
Plus, they didn't tell you this. You had to pay $20 to park when you got there.
Yeah.
I paid $200. I'm like, they're like, it'll be $20. I'm like, does my ticket not cover that?
Here's my stance
I
on
get
all.
$50 a person that go.
And we
go
had 2
parking.
cars because their parents were in their trucks. We had to pay $40 to park.
Why did you pay for the parents?
I didn't pay for them to park.
Oh,
My stance on all of this stuff is, listen, I will spend money higgledy-piggledy before anybody else in the world. I am a professional money waster.
Me too.
And as I've gotten older, where I want to waste my money these days is I want to waste it on an experience, because nothing materialistic anymore satisfies that itch. So I spend money on an experience. And what you learn is all of these experiences now, even if you go to dinner, just something as simple as dinner. But the event like you're talking about, $200 fucking dollars for some guys running around in a field trying to scare you. No, I want to be scared.
I mean, at least when we were kids, they would like shove the chainsaw up our ass
I
coming out of the
know.
haunted locker room.
I want Joseph's wife to pull a string out of somebody's ass, not their mouth, for $200 fucking dollars.
And so, and for the record, I did Google the paintball hayride thing, and it is a legit thing in Columbia, Tennessee, and we are doing that shit next year.
Well, hold on a second. I sent Eli, Taylor, Jack, and Zephyr to that last year for Halloween.
The paintball one?
The paintball one in Columbia, the one that you're talking
It's
about.
the zombie paintball.
The zombie paintball.
Okay,
So,
I'm on the edge of my seat now.
all right, let me tell you this story.
It's going to
here.
ruin this for me, isn't it?
No, probably. So this was last Halloween, not the one that just passed, but the Halloween last year. I was like, I want to do something with all the kids. You know, Hayden's in New York, so we just have almost all the kids. So I'm like, all right, it's almost Halloween. I'm going to do the hayride because I remember when I was a kid, I used to fucking love hayrides.
Yeah.
Do you ever love that shit when you were younger?
I thought it was blast.
No.
Really? You're soulless anyway. Anyway.
I like the haunted barn.
Oh, hold on. We'll get to that in a second. So all of these things, so I wanted everybody to be together. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy tickets. So then because that's the problem with me, and Joseph's the same way. You get something in your head and then you immediately do it. And so I shouldn't have immediately done it, which I caught myself because as I get older, I'm learning restraint.
Are you?
So I stepped back for a second and I was like, wait a minute. I can't have me, Nikki, Eli, Taylor, Jack, and Zephyr just go to this thing.
Why not?
Because there is Freya.
Somebody's got to watch the child.
Freya
the
is
golden grandchild.
Freya is the grandbaby. So I was like, okay. So that turned into I'm going to pay for my children to go do this, and Grammy and Grampy will stay at home with Freya. So that's what we did. Sent them to it. They leave at like fucking 5 o'clock, something like 5 o'clock. They go out there. We're watching Freya. Nikki's watching Freya.
Nobody thought that you were watching Freya.
Well, I was just trying to be honest with the listeners. Nikki was watching
Your
Freya.
listeners also did not think that you were watching Freya.
So they go. It's like 5 o'clock. And it's in Columbia. So it's like a fucking hour from here.
Right.
Maybe even more. So anyway, 5 o'clock. They leave. Okay, well, they'll be back at 11, 12, you know, because they have all kinds of shit there. It's not just the hayride, because I bought the extra thing.
Did they have a freak show?
Not ones where they're pulling strings out of people's butts or mouth.
With a hook.
With a hook. So
I guess that was an important part of that.
So I paid like $350, $400 for these tickets because I got the add-ons to where you can go do the haunted house and the haunted woods and the zombie paintball.
Did you get the extra paintballs and everything too?
Yes, I got the works. I went all out. So they get home at like 9 o'clock.
Really?
So maybe even earlier, 8:30. They fucking pulling in over there. I'm like looking out the window and I'm like, so I'm counting it. 5 to 6. That puts them at the place. Or maybe they left at 6 because it started at 7 or something. So 6 to 7 puts them there.
So for an hour.
Yeah. So but then when they got home, they said that they were only at the event for like 30 or 45 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? And so they were like, it was awful. They basically what you described.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. So I basically
Ever since I heard the words zombie paintball hayride,
it's ruined for you.
I've had this on my mind for 2 weeks planning for next year. Like I even thought about buying my own costume, which I don't dress up for Halloween.
To save your money because it should. They said it sucks. I don't know. I may go and be like, oh, hey, this is pretty good setup.
You get to shoot things.
Yeah.
So look, this is a business opportunity. There's a
Bring
niche
back
that
the haunted barn.
There's a niche that needs to be filled of good fucking haunted hayrides.
Caitlin and I go to scan like the tickets on her phone. They're like, did everybody sign the waiver? And Caitlin just said yes. So we walked away. I was like, I was like,
never saw one.
Did I sign a waiver? She's like, I don't know.
But why? But my point is
what did I need the waiver for?
that my point
So
is
they're not liable if you get hurt.
They didn't even scare me.
If you fall off the hayride.
My point is that I don't mind paying for something that is expensive to have an event and something to enjoy. But when they don't deliver, it's like, man, but it's like that. You go to McDonald's and it disappoints you. It's like constant disappointment in any service. And so you try to peel the onion back. Well, where's the problem at? What's the problem here? Is it the people that work there,
or is it our expectations?
Just give zero fucks? Yes. Is it our expectations that's the problem? Which I think is probably a little bit of both. Because remember, like when you go into a house, like say you go into your childhood home or something. Well, this doesn't apply for you because you live there. But like places that you went when you were a kid, and I
used to think that Meemaw's house was huge.
It just seems to be enormous.
It is not.
That's what I'm saying. It's enormous. So maybe these experiences that we had when we were a kid sucked. But it didn't suck to us because it was our perspective.
I don't think so. I think they've whitewashed the shit.
You think so?
I think they've whitewashed the shit for children, just like they've whitewashed fucking Halloween with trunk or treat everywhere.
I fucking hate trunk or treat.
And they've taken the trick or treating out of it because one person in this fucking 80s put razor blades in his own kid's candy. I'm serious. That's where they came from. And shit like that.
I don't think that is funny, but it's...
Well,
but it's been taken over by these idiots who don't.
It's the crybabies that, yes, things might happen, as is if you could walk out your front door and get hit by a car. It's like sometimes things happen. The best is when you hear, and you're probably starting to see it on Facebook right now. Well, no, yeah, they will. Hey, if it's raining on Halloween, are we trick or treating on Saturday?
Trick or treat in the rain.
You trick or treating in the fucking rain.
You better get some grease paint for your face. That's all I'm telling you.
Maybe my memories are fucked up, but I remember the haunted barn and the haunted locker room in Fairview were always bam, 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 bam. There's shit happening in your face.
And then you go in this room and this shit's happening, and then you go out of there and
you're
can't
climbing up ramp, you're crawling through
you can't even get to the next room before they're fucking shoving a chainsaw in your ass, and you're
right. And they're all in your fucking face with their stinky breath.
And that's when we were kids, and then we became teenagers, and that kind of, we started going to the downtown ones, and where we thought we were even cooler. And
the best haunted house experience I ever had. I think I was 16 or 17. Me and Andrew, Alan, and Booty Hester.
Oh God!
I have not laughed my ass off so hard ever. We went to the haunted prison that they used to have up in Antioch.
Yes, it was awesome.
It was great.
They're banging and threatening you while you're waiting in line.
Yeah, and the creepiest bitch in there was in a wheelchair, and she was sitting on her legs, so she looks like she didn't have any legs, and she's fucking right up behind me, just following me through half the shit, and it creeped me out. Even though I know it's an actor or whatever, just psychological shit. Right? It was great, but we get to this one part. There's a mummy in a corner right before you go through the doorway. Well, the four of us stopped because there's nobody else. We went on like a weeknight. There's nobody else in there. So we stopped. There's nobody behind us. Booty and Alan. So Alan was scared to death. So he's holding on to Booty's shirt tail. And we're debating on whether
R.I.P. Alan.
That's right. R.I.P. Alan.
Wait a minute. We're debating on whether this is a guy in a costume or if it's a prop.
Yes. I like not knowing.
So we're standing there discussing this right in front of it, right in front of the mummy. And it's it's standing on a platform, so it's about 8 foot tall. And we told Booty's in the front. Andrew's behind me.
For the record,
Alan's in front of me.
For the listeners, Booty Hester looks like Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, he's around as he's tall. Right.
Round as he is.
He's bald headed and he's fucking tripped too.
Hey, it's Bert's brother that's been on here. Bert Hester's brother.
Yeah. So we talk Booty into touching him. Well, you're not allowed to touch the actors, right? So Booty goes up to him and goes, he gets about an inch from him, and the guy goes, ooh. Booty fucking takes off with Alan attached to his ass and is dragging Alan through the rest of the fucking haunted house. Me and Andrew are standing there laughing. The guy that's in the fucking mummy costume is laughing his ass off. He had to step down off the podium he was standing on because he's laughing so hard and taking breath. We finally catch up to Booty and Alan. Well, they then went out into the courtyard. Well, guess what's in the courtyard? The chainsaw guy, who Booty's also afraid of. So he drug Alan's ass through the grass and mud out. That was the end of it when you go through the courtyard. That was the funniest shit.
But do they do that shit anymore?
Not from what I've seen so far.
But I haven't been to anything since the haunted barn in Fairview 30 years ago.
15, 16, I think 16, because I went with Kyle Collins and Courtney and Michelle, and I remember driving Kyle's. I don't know why I was driving. No, I was 15. I shouldn't have been driving Kyle's car, but I was. I remember going to it then. That was the last time I ever went. But I remember at the haunted locker room when I was in 4th grade. I was going through and I was trying to impress a girl, and like I'm leading her through this like I'm a big man. And there was a part in the locker room where you had to climb up this ramp, and it was like a little platform at a turn. You had to slide down. It was real tight quarters, and there was an opening at the top where the guy is there, and his purpose is to scare you. But he reached down, he grabbed me. And I just instinctively just go boom, uppercut him, and he grabbed me. He's like, "You're getting kicked out of here." I was like, "I didn't mean to."
One of the awesome things that happened when we were kids here in town, Fairview Elementary School, around Halloween, they had a carnival.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Where you go in different rooms and do different arts and crafts, or they would have you can make buttons. Like, buttons like you pin on yourself.
Yeah.
Or you go in the next room. Clunk. Yeah. But they would do different things, or you'd have carnival games, or you win shit, or you'd have, and they're all giving out candy, but they never did it on Halloween. They never fucked with Halloween. It was always the week of Halloween on a weeknight. And I remember that Fairview Elementary doing that. And so, but they've taken all that out. It's all trunk or treat now.
Everything's trunk or treat.
Fucking stupid.
Because they're trying to be inclusive to everything. And, the Christians are like, oh no, this paganism and all this stuff. Listen, I'm a Christian, and I understand what they're saying, but at the same time, there's no harm meant with this. It's like fucking kids running around getting candy.
Having a good time.
But also, growing up in this small ass town, when we were younger, everybody fucking knew everybody. Did the churches ever say anything?
No. Nobody ever
and everybody went to church, but everybody still participated.
When we were kids,
most people, I'm not saying everybody, most people still participated in fucking Halloween.
We didn't even trick or treat in Fairview. I don't think I've ever trick or treated in Fairview.
I personally have never trick or treated in Fairview, but I take my kids to Castleberry Farms is where.
I mean, we went to our grandparents' house, mostly grand because she lived in those condos. And when my kids were younger, we went to Sylvan Park because it was awesome. They shut down the roads. They have a good time.
Mm-hmm. Well, like my cousin Clarissa went to church at the big Church of Christ on Overby, and I went trick or treating with them when we were kids, because guess where they went? To the 1,000-member church people's houses. There's like 1,000 members and we went to all the church people's houses and trick or treating.
Yeah.
And nobody had any issues with it. And then all of a sudden the churches, like you're saying, like all the people are up in arms over religion and shit with Halloween, and I don't get it.
I'm pretty happy my kids have outgrown trick or treating.
Yeah, I will say well, it's so weird because now that I have a grandchild and one on the way, it's not like I look forward to doing that with them.
Right.
But
I think I'm going to be a much better grandfather than I was a father.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
I told the boys that this weekend. I was like, just remember, when y'all have kids, they'll like me more than you do.
Oh yeah.
Because Oliver's real mad at me right now.
Also, I'm going to like them more than I like you.
Freya's at the age now where she's like, like a little person and like being cute and talking and all that. And I love it. And I can't get enough of it. But and it was fun when the kids were younger, but you're kind of seeing them every day in a growing up, it's not like, oh, I haven't seen you in a little bit. Look how much fun we can have. It's like, and then you take them trick or treating. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta take them trick or treating. It's like, it's funny because it's like once a year, but it's
I mean, even with Sam, at least now he's old enough that he can work on the cars with me. I don't actually have to do the work anymore. I can point at it and be like, you do that. I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
In the vein of teaching him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gave him a list of things that he needed to fix on the truck before he turned 16, which is coming up in a month.
Well, I will say, guys, that I was trying to play this off like it's after Halloween when this episode comes out, but
if you hadn't said anything, it would be fine.
Right.
You're the one that's ruining it.
You know what? Listen, I've got 43 episodes under my belt, and I will be the first to tell you that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I mean, it's fine.
You guys are like, I know. We know.
Your 14 viewers know too.
The first rule of podcasting is authenticity, Tim.
Yeah. Well, I'm being authentic here and telling you that you guys fucking ruined my plan. But
how did we ruin your plan?
Because I was like, oh, surely we won't talk about this shit. We'll find something else to talk about. The three of us that have a lifelong history together.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Halloween at all?
Well, I already talked about it on Saturday.
Well, I don't know. I haven't listened to your Saturday podcast because you haven't posted it yet.
It's not out.
So how are we supposed to have a list?
I don't know.
Because I do
Shit.
like
Fuck,
whenever
let's
you
start
guys
over. Let's fucking
know.
just cut it. Start the fuck over.
No, it's fine.
I mean,
That's the fun of recording.
I like listening to your podcast with other people. Then I can come and dispute what they have to say, like Daniel disputing that he is in fact a bitch.
Well, I'm glad you made sure to fit that in twice.
All right, we'll get off Halloween.
Should I just cut this whole Halloween part
No,
off?
leave the
I don't
Halloween
give a
part
shit.
out.
Maybe
Who cares?
paste it into the one that I'm releasing on Wednesday, and then they'll be like,
I have a new.
Hold on, the camera, like he's in the middle of his podcast with his guests,
with Nikki and Daniel.
with Nikki and Daniel, and it's like it cuts to just Tim for a second. He's like, and I would like to throw special announcement. I'm gonna splice this section in.
No, I won't say it. I'll just it'll just
just
like we're
morph.
talking. All of a sudden, it's like instead of Nikki
do
being
like a
there
power-
and Daniel being there, it's
Morphs
like
into two of
two
us.
fat guys.
Can you do like a PowerPoint like transition?
This like two skinny people turns into like two fat hairy men.
Nikki fades into stars, and I zoom in here.
A rainbow.
Anyway, so what were you gonna say?
So to change the subject, since you want to go fuck off Halloween, can we
We can talk about Halloween all night long now.
can we just agree that Mike is Russell Freeman? They're twins.
Maybe
He sounds just like him. He talks just like Russell.
that may be true.
I think you should have a podcast with Mike Riley and
Well, I invited Russell a couple weeks ago. He's coming out here soon, so maybe I need to put Mike on with him and let the viewers.
If I'm just listening to the podcast on YouTube, like in the background while I'm working, I forget sometimes that it's Mike and not Russell Freeman. I'm not even joking.
I didn't think Russell would be interested in doing it. When I texted him, he's like, "Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds like fun."
I haven't seen that fucker in like, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, something.
my favorite one, does he tell you when he texted Ben to ask Ben to be on here and what Ben said?
Oh, yeah, they fucking moved. Nobody
Yeah,
fucking knew
I think that the last podcast that we'd done, I just texted him because I was trying to round up some guests.
we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, moved to Orlando.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to your farm and shit that you loved in Kingston? And yeah, anyway.
I don't know.
More power to him. I mean,
I do have to say also to Kevin Curley, sorry about his mom. She's an awesome lady.
Kevin. Yeah,
She's a great
R.I.P.
lady.
Kevin's mom.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Kevin's mom for sure. But Kevin, we love you and we're
she's an
thinking
awesome
about
lady.
you.
Awesome
was.
lady.
Well, we'll wrap it up here, guys.
Sorry, I thought about that because we were talking about old friends, and
Now
that I haven't
we
seen in a while.
now we feel bad. It's like the only time I have the only time my heart works is for someone that I don't know at all. It's like my grandfather's like laying on his deathbed and we're sitting here, laughing about it. Not laughing about the situation, but then someone that I don't know, or like a tear falls from my eye.
Did you not ever meet Kevin's mom?
No, I know Kevin's mom, but I didn't know her like personally. Like we hung out and shit.
Oh no, I used to go over there when they lived on Southern Road.
I just have a tendency to be inappropriate, and I just thought that I would censor
No,
myself.
not
this time.
you. That's like the theme. Everybody, like when they see Joseph's coming on the podcast, they see the little theme,
Foul.
the little theme thing comes on and the music plays, and then they sees me, and then as soon as they see Joseph on, they're like, "Oh shit, here we go."
one day I will be fired due to this podcast.
That may be true. Me and you both.
I didn't mean to fuck up the mood. I was just saying.
Well, you did.
Well, the mood's not fucked up.
Now you got to bring it back.
Well,
All right, what from our childhood of 40 plus years of knowing each other, surely to God we can find something to talk about.
I remember Eric showing me. Was it? Yeah, I think it was you, Eric, and we might have talked about this before. But when we were younger, and Barry Runk lived next door to me.
Yeah.
And we went over.
What did I do?
We went over to his barn over there, and I think that you or somebody had like a porno picture. It's like
It was
all,
me.
all folded up. It was like a woman. It was the first time I'd seen like a naked woman.
Tim saw some boobs.
I did, and I was shocked by what I saw. And I was like, where did you get this?
And that led to you renting porn
I was
to
going
him.
to say, says the man who started renting porn to everybody in the neighborhood.
Did I rent porn?
Do you not?
Your dad recorded it at work.
My dad
That
did.
makes
All
it
of
so much,
VHS
I don't know
though.
why that makes it worse, but it does.
That is kind of weird.
On VHS, and you rented it to us.
And you
Really?
remember we were
Yes.
cleaning out Dad's house and we found it and we're like, this is the shit that I used to rent from Tim.
That's amazing. I have
You don't
no
remember
record.
that?
Not at all. It almost like that memory was pulled out of my head. But I will say, kudos to old Tim for seeing a need
I mean,
and
we were
delivering.
like, 13.
Me and Jason Phillips were your best customers for one, and there was one that we didn't return to you. You like threatened us if we didn't bring
Really?
it
You
back.
pulled a
You were
damn
gonna-
Blockbuster on
You're
him.
going to tell our parents if we didn't bring your porno back to you that we
I'm like
rented.
trying to go through the old Rolodex in the mind.
The
and it's
Rolodex
like,
of fucked up shit you've done in your life.
yeah. Well, thank you for telling me that, because now I'll try to think on it to see if I remember it.
I was
But
like, where'd you get this porn? He's like, I rented it from your brother.
so I was renting porn.
that your dad taped off the Playboy channel at the National Guard.
R.I.P. Freeman.
R.I.P. Freeman.
Because we were like, oh, this is much better than watching HBO channel through all the static and trying to catch a glimpse of a dick or something. You know?
Hilarious, man.
Well, for me, it was a dick. So
I'm starting to get worried about myself because I don't remember certain things. And it's like, I would give anything to remember my thinking on that.
We've done some fucked up shit in our life. It's
Well,
completely unacceptable.
It's almost like I've blocked it out, but I'm getting to.
it's not just you. I have the same thing because I'll have people come up to me who's like, oh, you don't remember? He was at that one party at so-and-so's house. I'm like, you know how many fucking parties I've been to in my life? You know how much I drank at parties and got high?
I've been to 6 parties.
Well, it concerns me because like here
Because
lately,
it's such a good idea, and you're like, I can't believe I thought of
it
it.
was a fantastic idea.
Entrepreneur.
It's fantastic. It was a fantastic idea, and I'm glad that I did it.
And
And
for
you're
the record-
welcome for this
For
service.
the record, they were VHS.
They were VHS.
Yeah, this was young.
And so, you know, they were horribly recorded because they were recorded off a channel,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah.
Can we talk about why the National Guard had the Playboy channel?
Exactly.
You know what's funny? Because back then, it's like people don't understand what it was like back then, or at least the younger people don't understand that, like, you know, you didn't have, and of course, older people, if they're listening to this, they're like, these motherfuckers don't even know what they're talking about. But like when we were growing up, my dad used to, like, I don't know, I was probably 15 or 16 at this point. Like he would get this satellite box, and he would get the cards flashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can
So
have
you
every
get all the
station.
channels.
Yeah.
And I remember, and so, you know, back when you only have like the normal, even just the normal Viacom or Comcast channels, it's like you had 50 of them or 100 channels or whatever it was. This is before now. It's like there's a fucking channel for every single little thing. But even when we had all that, it's like you don't really watch anything other than the normal shit that you watch. So there's just like no point in even having it.
I remember one time I rode with you and we went to the National Guard to see
can't
your
be
dad
good.
for some reason. And he left us in his office because he had to go do something. And he was gone for like a fucking hour and a half or something. And we're just sitting there. And you're like, look at this shit. You changed it to the Playboy channel, the TV.
All right. I don't have any recollection of this. And I don't normally forget things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could remember that. But what I was going to say a minute ago is like I'm noticing as I get older, hey, leave the door open. It's fun.
I hate you right now.
getting
I want
kinda-
some nicotine. I can't.
It's getting a little hot in there.
I don't want that.
He calls it a douche flute.
He does call it a dude.
Douche flute.
But like I'm having trouble like coming up with words. And so I wasn't really worried about it when it started happening about 6 months or a year ago, but I'm starting to get more concerned about it because I can't recall like normal words, like what I'm about to say. So I'm starting to get concerned. So
Right.
I'm letting you guys know that if I get too fucked up and I don't remember shit,
It's Nikki's problem, not mine.
yeah, it is Dickie's problem.
You're also middle aged, sir.
I am.
I just think about like I have memories from my childhood that I'm not convinced actually happened.
No, it's like I can't recall them is the problem.
Like, I
I
feel
wish
like-
that I could go in and pick these memories out and
I
listen
think
to
that
them.
you and I were
Right.
talking about this not too long ago, and I was recalling we used to spend at least 1 week of our summers when we were kids at like Lake Junaluska in North Carolina with Mildred and some random.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember she had a fucking pet rock, and I just thought it was the best thing in the world.
But like my kids don't get this experience, but like that's like a core memory for me. But then not too long ago, you and I were talking about this and you didn't remember. And I'm like, did this shit really happen?
Talk amongst yourselves.
I don't know if it was a real memory in my life.
Here, let's just pause it right here.
Well, I don't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about our memories.
Oh yeah. So you do remember Lake Junaluska?
I do remember that.
So that's not a figment of my imagination.
But like,
Where the hell is that?
it's in North Carolina, just in the Smoky Mountains. It's this beautiful lake.
it was beautiful, and that's what I was saying like a minute ago. It's like I have these grand memories of like this place was massive because I remember we stayed upstairs. I guess it was like the attic area.
Yeah.
But like,
But they lived in Florida.
Yeah, during the
non-hurricane season.
Yes. And so if we went to that place now, I bet it would be like as big as our house or something. But I remember it being like grand and big back then.
I feel like it was a Methodist colony.
It may have been. Actually,
I think it was.
Actually, it may have been.
Because we were Methodist, apparently.
Really?
Well,
Because we went to Westview Methodist Church, but I've never been baptized, so I don't know if I would count as anything.
I don't remember y'all ever going to church.
He used to go.
CEOs, Christmas, Easter only.
That was my family too.
That's actually not true because I was talking to Caitlin about this the other day because we were talking about what she used to have to do at church. And you and Nathan used to go to Dudes. Do you remember Dudes?
No, I have.
It's like
absolutely no recollection of that at all.
Westview Methodist, they used to.
I need to fucking hang out with you and let's talk about like old memories because I don't remember any of this shit.
I don't forget. I have a great memory.
I do too.
I have no short-term memory.
All these things have been pulled out.
All right, so when we were kids, you and Nathan were y'all were almost teenagers, and obviously I was not because I'm the youngest. But y'all they started this thing that was like Wednesday and Saturday nights, and it was called Dudes. It was for like teenagers, like young teenagers.
Yeah.
And you and Nathan used to go to it, and I never got to go to it because I was too young. But it was like their Wednesday and Saturday night.
Yeah, maybe
thing.
I remember. Yeah, a little.
And I was always mad that I didn't get to go to Dudes, and I had to go to actual like Bible study, and I didn't want to do that shit. And so eventually we just stopped going to church. Like we just. Well, I don't even know what happened. We just stopped going.
We
to church.
only went there every now and then anyway, and that was when our mom was like getting mad.
But we went more often than you remember.
I don't remember going very often at all.
Well, you're fucking wrong.
That may be true. James, welcome in.
Hello, darling.
He's always fucking wrong.
I think that she shoves the ice in your face.
I thought she was coming over here to give me a kiss.
I did too. She was like, "No, you're gonna have your fucking ice."
No, she wanted your microphone. Yeah. The only time I ever went to church when I was younger was Vacation Bible School because you got free tie-dye shirts and shit.
So I never went to Vacation Bible School at Westview Methodist, but I used to go to Vacation Bible School with Luke Easterling. And
I went one time or two times with y'all.
And I don't remember any of it, but I remember one thing.
What?
All I ever wanted in this world was a pair of Jordans. To this day, up until about 6 months ago, I've never owned a pair of Jordans. 6 months ago, I got a pair because Sam outgrew them and he never wore them, so I stole them.
You're getting hand-me-downs from your son.
Well, now I can't because now his feet are too big, so I can't. You haven't seen Sam in a while. He is massive. He's 6'4". Massive. Anyway, but I got a pair of hand-me-down Jordans from you.
Well, they were fake Jordans.
Possibly, but that's not the point of the story.
I'll tell you that story in a second.
The point is, they were the black ones. They were Jordan 4s. I know what they are now. I didn't know what they were then, but they were Jordan 4s, original Jordan 4s. Apparently fake. And so I went to VBS, and I was like, man, my fucking legs are itching. Turns out they were full of fucking sea ticks.
Oh yeah,
and they threw. I
remember that.
They threw them away, and they're sitting there with Scotch tape, getting all these ticks off my ankles, and I had to go home fucking barefoot.
That's because I was in the woods with them, and I took them off. And let me tell you about those Jordans. So
apparently, the Jordans are also a core memory for you.
Well, I remembered this. So like anytime I have a memory that I can latch onto and tell you, that I want to tell you. So how old were you when that happened?
Oh, Luke and I had to be 10 or 11.
Okay. So I was about 12 or 13. And so I was playing basketball. I played basketball for 2 or 3 years, two or three
My ankles
seasons.
Are itching now thinking about it.
2 or 3 seasons at the recreation center here in Fairview.
I need you. You can continue. Actually, can we pause?
Yeah, pause. So anyway, you were about 10 or 11. I was 12 or 13. I played basketball, and so I wasn't very good at quote unquote basketball. I was like the one that nobody wanted to play. So Alex Prince and Theo Langford like led the team. They were like the fucking team. But anyway, everybody on the team like had Air Jordans. And I was I want some fucking Air Jordans, so that'll help me be a better basketball player.
It's like the Macklemore song, they'll make me jump so high.
They may make me jump so high, they may not, but all I knew is at that point I needed to have Air Jordans enabled so that I was able to up my game.
You were their core demographic.
Yes, I was. And so I think I told
I would say fat white kid, but we were real skinny as kids.
I said some of this story in another episode, but the part that I was telling in that episode is how somebody called me bubble butt, and it stuck with me. Till
I remember that.
But anyway, so I told my dad, I was like, I told my mom and dad, I was like, I got to get some Air Jordans. I got to get some Air Jordans. So we go to fucking Foot Locker, whatever's in the mall, because that's how you had to buy shoes back then. And they had the Air Jordans that were like $150 or whatever they cost back then, which was fucking expensive.
It's still expensive.
And so as a parent now, understanding the situation that they were in, it's like they weren't going to pay $150, but I had to have some fucking Air Jordans because the kids were making fun of me because I didn't have Air Jordans.
Because you had kids or LA Lights.
I did have some LA Lights. Shut the fuck up. Those were cool. LA Lights were awesome.
You were in the same fucking boat he was.
I'm not. I mean, I'm just saying that's what we had. I'm not,
so we go to the store.
I wasn't any better. So.
We go.
Four kids from Fairview.
Right.
We go to the store and they have the Air Jordans, and my dad even like let me try them on and shit. It's almost like, no, don't even fucking let me try them on because you're not gonna buy them for me.
Freeman torture
me. R.I.P. Freeman H.
Right.
So they have next to the Air, or actually the guy was like, I was like, come on, please, can I get these? And he's like, oh no. And so the guy's like, now everybody,
he was so much nicer than you. Like he wouldn't even take me to look at him.
Everybody is probably like, what? Somebody helped you get shoes? Well, back then they helped you get shoes. So the guy's like, we have these. They're made by Nike and they're still Air Jordans, but they're fake Air Jordans.
They're not Air. They're just Jordan.
They were like the $50 alternative.
I mean, we're talking 1990-ish.
Yeah, 90-ish. Yeah. And so
Air was too expensive.
They were $50.
Pumping the fucking heel.
So I got those. My dad let me get those Air Jordans, which was really expensive back then. Because I remember my dad saying, well, we can get you these shoes, but I'm gonna need you to work it off doing one of these armory parties where we had to clean up after all.
Have we ever talked about the armory parties on this?
We have.
Oh, okay.
But so
I got offensive.
I got them, and
Yeah.
I got them, and then I went to practice.
Fucking Laotians.
Anyway, good Lord.
I was there with y'all for quite a few of those. So sorry, Laotian people are great, but they stink. Anyway, go ahead, sir.
I went. Lord,
I'm not the offensive one.
That's all right.
He's the offensive one.
Get a drinker talking about Gene for a second. This motherfucker's ready to be racist and shit.
Not being racist, just say.
So anyway, the ending of my story is not even that good. So I go to practice the next day, and I'm fucking like, I got my Air Jordans on, and like in my mind, they're Air fucking Jordans.
But they knew.
They knew, and they made fun of me.
So here's the funny thing: I bought these Air Jordan 1s for Sam like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago at this point, and I never once saw him wear them. And so like I went and bought him a new pair of shoes, and I was buying him a size 13, and I was like, "Hey Sam, I'm buying you a size 13. That means those size 12s." They aren't fitting you anymore. Oh, I still wear them. And Oliver goes, he's never fucking worn. He's never worn them. So when I went to pick him up one time, I was like, where are those Jordans? They've never been worn. Not once. I spent so much money on these Air Jordan 1s. And I will say, they're the most uncomfortable shoe I've ever put on my foot. Like, I understand people wear them for the style.
I don't understand the Air Jordans thing. Like I was interested in it for this was before they had like versions like, oh, this is 1990 version or 91 or like the fours or however the naming scheme is on it. But it's funny because Hayden bought Jack a pair of Air Jordans last year for Christmas.
But if he was able to get them, they're the ones that nobody wants, is what I've learned.
Well, the thing is though, is Jack was like, Jack didn't give a shit about it. But Hayden thought that, because in Hayden's mind, it was like the best gift ever, like, because it's what he would want. So you have to look at it in that perspective. But like, I don't give a shit about any.
Respect to people who give a shit about tennis shoes. I'm not what you would call a sneakerhead, but
Yeah, it's a whole fucking.
Is that what they
culture.
call them? Sneakerheads?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the whole
So
culture.
Rico is a huge. I mean, he has a storage unit full of shoes that he has never worn.
Why buy
Why?
them? If you're gonna wear them?
I don't know.
No, I get. I'm not even
And
gonna.
so-
I'm not even gonna throw shade
Yeah,
because there's
right.
shit that I do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've got $10,000 worth of bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Rico bought me the shoes that I'm wearing right now. And when I came over to the last,
Well, throw them up here so we can see them.
Right.
they're just Vans. They're not Nikes.
Throw that fat ass up there.
They're
Look at 'em.
Vans.
They orange.
They orange.
Yeah.
And what happened here? So I let Rico come over and use my garage to work on his cars and stuff. And I was looking. I went to the Vans website because I was looking for some more slide. All I wear is Vans outside of work. It's just what I've always worn. And these came up. They're like this special edition. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy those. I was like, ooh, but they're $85. So I'm not gonna buy them. And the next thing I know, they showed up. He's like, this is how I'm thanking you for letting me work on my car at your house and help me with it. That's all.
I'm glad you specified that because I was sitting here thinking I'm your gay best friend since we were like 5, and I've never fucking bought you shoes. And I would never buy you shoes.
But it makes sense
That's
when
like the
you-
fucking gayest thing ever.
Well, it makes sense when you know he's a sneakerhead.
Hey, attention, everybody. From the gay man, he said that was the gayest fucking thing ever.
So hold on, that's not even the important part. That's not what I'm trying
God,
to
it
get
gets even gayer. I feel
Really?
So I got dressed. Last time I came out here, I wore these, but I was just wearing this. And then Caitlin and I went out one day, and I just put on I don't know how to match colors.
You're colorblind, so yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
not necessarily. I wouldn't say I'm colorblind. I have no common sense.
Color's stupid.
I thought you were colorblind.
I always thought I was, but now I'm not convinced that my teenage years and my early 20s make much sense. So I think the truth is I'm just stupid.
My parents just lied to me.
Apparently, because I would like those. Oh, because we used to argue about what the color of some things were.
Yeah.
Maybe I am. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so I put on this shirt, and it's like some stupid graffiti shirt or whatever. And I put on these shoes. And I was like, how do I look? Because Caitlin hates these fucking shoes because they're orange on orange on orange. But they're like a special edition, like skater, whatever. I don't even know who the skater is. I just saw them.
If it's not
Like,
Tony Hawk, I can't tell you.
yeah, exactly.
Van
I just saw them. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
those look pretty badass. I would like to have them as I have like 5 pairs of Vans. And I don't have any orange ones. I look at Caitlin, I'm like, well, how do I look? Because we're going out on a fancy dinner. And she's like, you look like you're Rico's friend. And I was like, all right. So we got to work.
AKA Rico's bitch.
We went back to work the next day. And I was like, Rico, call Caitlin and ask her what I looked like on Saturday. I looked like I belonged with a stylish black man.
A stylish black man. I don't know about that.
I respect black men for that. For doing the whole like color
I
coordinating
mean,
thing. They're amazing at it.
You can color coordinate too.
No, but like
It's okay, 'cause
they
you're
wear.
I got it in there.
What, telling him that he's gay? He already knows he's
No,
gay.
it's not that. He knows what I'm talking about. You just shut the fuck up.
Okay.
But no, I respect black men for that. Like they have really good style where they color coordinate the shoes and everything, and they always look they look good.
I remember one of the first days that Rico like came into my office, and like he and I and Alex all share an office, and Rico was looking at the ugliest fucking hat I've ever seen in my life, and he's like, "Man, look at his lips." I'm just kidding. He's like, "Man, this hat, I have to have this hat." So I go and look at it, and it's a fucking bedazzled New York Yankees hat. I was like, Rico, I was like, if we're gonna share an office, we just need to come to an understanding that my style and your style is very different. And for a year and a half, we have operated under this understanding.
I have absolutely no style at all.
I don't either. Like, this is the most stylish you get is your little your hat with your, well, you've moved on from the flannels on your podcast.
I haven't moved on. I'm just wearing something different than I wore the other day because it's a little chilly. And I needed a sweater.
I'm giving you shit, but I have no style either. Like, none.
I used to.
Like,
Then I just got fat and lazy. And like,
Well, I
fuck
just
it.
don't give a shit.
That's how I got. Like y'all remember I used to wear button-up shirts all the time. And
Yeah,
shit.
usually, yeah. But
I mean, I guess like for me, my style is, all right, Caitlin goes, we're going out for dinner at a nice restaurant. I put on black pants with a black shirt. I'm all black. And then I'll put on my red Vans. Like, and she's like, well, you just spent $150 on those black boots. Or no, it was more than that. You spent all this money on those black boots. Why aren't you wearing? Because I'm wearing my red Vans.
Nikki would say the same thing, but like we've been married for nearly 25 years, and you would think that, oh well, he's married, so he doesn't really give a shit. But it's like if we go out to eat or we go out to a show or something like that, we both like try to look nice, but we're both don't know style.
Like next week, you and I have to go to a funeral.
Yeah,
What are you going to wear to that funeral?
probably what I got.
Exactly.
Are we already anticipating Gene's funeral?
No, by the way, our Uncle Mart, our mom's brother died. R.I.P. Mart.
okay.
R.I.P. Mart.
I thought y'all were anticipating Gene already. Like,
It's funny because the story behind that is like
Actually, that's this week. Oh, shit.
when our dad died, like I was trying to reach out to Mart because him and my dad were pretty good friends, even after my parents got
I
divorced.
think I vaguely remember meeting him a couple times.
And he,
I don't think you haven't.
No.
Nope.
so I tried to reach out to him to let him know that our dad died, and I couldn't get a hold of him, and I knew it was his number because he texted me from it.
And his voicemail is him.
Yeah. And so he never responded to it or anything. So fast forward, this was like 3 weeks ago. I'm sitting in my office and I get a phone call from Mount Juliet, and it says, on the phone, it says, maybe Mary Dowden. I was like, what the fuck? Mary Dowden was
We
Mark's.
hadn't talked to them in 10 years.
Hadn't talked to him in a long time. And I was like, what the fuck? Now on my phone, I have my work line and my personal line on there. And I later so I called her back. She left a message. I called her back, and I knew what was coming. I knew she's going to tell me that Mart had died, because if it was Mart calling me, he probably would have told me that Mary had died.
Yeah.
So anyway, I call her back, and I had to put on the like, that's just
We're so fucked up.
I know. Look, I don't have no feelings about it, but
They're
it's
just not my outside feelings.
I really think that I'm numb to it because
Those
like
everybody's died.
well, it's like it all happened like
Boom, 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 boom,
boom, boom, boom. And it's like in retrospect, because the biggest person that you lose in your life is your parents. And so like, well, and maybe your husband or wife or whoever it may be.
Kid.
Yeah, a kid.
I don't wish that upon anyone. Please don't let my kids die.
Yes, exactly. That's why I wasn't going to bring it up, because God forbid anything happen to any of our spouses or kids or anything like that.
We are the Dead Parents Club.
We are.
We're
all three
orphans.
of us. Yeah.
We're all orphans.
So
Look, I was adopted, so I was an orphan long before y'all were.
But doesn't your biological dad live with you?
He does, but he didn't raise me or anything.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
So our friend Clay died in 2001.
I think that fucked us up.
And I was going to say
fucked
that
me up for sure.
I did not process that until
We processed
20 years later.
We processed Clay. All of us in this room processed Clay dying with humor,
yes.
with our friends and humor and fucked up comments, and it bled over into mom dying 10 years ago, your mom dying, which God forbid I make a your mom joke to him. I still don't like making your mom jokes to Eric.
So my point of the conversation is Mary called. I pretended to have feelings. I'm good at pretending.
I hope Mary doesn't listen to
And
this.
I do have feelings, but
What are the odds of that?
We're going to get there on Thursday night. She'll be like, I hear you pretended to have
Let's
feelings.
let them finish.
I was gonna. It's easier than talking with Daniel, because Daniel's really hard to podcast with. He's never gonna listen.
Do you want to know why?
Yes. No. But anyway. I did that. So I started thinking about, I'm like, how did she get a hold of me? Because I knew that she didn't have my number. When I saw on my phone that she called my work number.
So she called the office and Arhelia forwarded it to you.
Likely. No, I think that maybe she found a business card with my number on it.
If she calls the office and it forwards to you.
I know it comes up as the person calling.
Yeah.
And it could be what it was.
You know what? I'll ask her on Thursday night.
So, but immediately I was,
Hey, Aunt Mary,
stop over there. God damn. So what I'm worried about is what I was worried about is like, what if Mary, all that is good Mary, who's nice and kind and all these things, I know.
I'm just sitting, I'm going to drink my drink.
Prim and proper. Anyway, prim and proper Mary like, what if she found out our contact information through this podcast? And she was like, oh, there's Tim and Joseph. Like you were on episode number 4 or something, and she's like, play, and I'm like, I hope she didn't listen to that.
Well, if she Googled Tim Hollis, You're going to come up through the podcast on Google now.
I have to know.
Do it.
Because I can tell you right now, if you Google my name, the first 4 pages of Google are me now, because I built a presence through the podcast, through the Night House, and everything I do. So,
but I thought
Okay, hold on. I'd like to state for the record that when I put in Tick, but it doesn't matter. When I put in Tim Hollis, it comes up as Tim Hollis, Mississippi.
No, the other Tim Hollis is Alabama.
Well, I'm not. I Google Tim Hollis. I get that guy.
That's the
other guy. I know. That's what
the
I'm
other
saying.
Tim Hollis.
No,
but anyway, so we got.
Oh my God, he has so many things about him. He's so much more important.
He is. He's very popular. I thought about having him on the podcast, but he probably wouldn't really like it. But anyway, so we got to go to that funeral on Thursday and deal with all that, which I don't really feel like doing. And then obviously we got this Gene thing that's imminent. So we'll have to do. Let me rephrase that. I will have to deal with that because you're not going to do anything.
You never asked me to do anything.
That may or may not be true.
Like, what have you ever asked me to do that I have not done?
No, you're right. That's true. That's all true.
I'm going to treat you like Caitlin. I can't read your fucking mind there, big guy.
Good Lord. If Nikki talked to me like that.
No, I don't talk to Caitlin like that. That's it.
Caitlin's going to be smacking
Eric,
his ass
I can't
around.
talk to you like that, big guy.
All right. But anyway, what else we got? So we got Gene covered.
Do you want to hear the time I made your mom joke that was super inappropriate to Eric?
Yes, because you started talking about that on one podcast and I didn't know what you were talking about. But now that Eric is
I'm actually here, yeah.
So let's hear it.
So this was all in my head. He never gave a shit.
No.
But when his mom died, he said, "Hey, can you do this super important thing and be a pallbearer at my mom's funeral?" Abso-fucking-lutely. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Eric. So I will be not the podcaster. I will be the pallbearer.
You're being the pod bearer right now.
The pod bearer.
And so at his mom's funeral, I accidentally made a your mom joke to Eric. She died
at his mother's funeral.
At his mother's funeral. His mom died like 8 years before our mom. So I didn't, and it was in my head for years, and I never said anything about it. He never said anything about it either. So I don't want y'all to think that Eric was like
holding on to this.
No, I wasn't brooding about it or anything.
Fuck you for making a your mom joke at my mom's funeral.
Anytime Joseph came around, he's like, fucking Joseph. And that your mom joke, I'm offended.
But I never, and I let them fly as you do, as he does. We make your mom jokes fly. But when mom died, after the funeral, I was like, "Hey, Eric, since my mom is also dead,
8 years later,
can I make your mom jokes to you now? Because I feel bad about that one time." And he was like, "I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about." But I held on to that shit, and I went out of my way to not make your mom jokes to Eric. And then I found out that the whole time I could have done it.
That's saying a lot because Joseph doesn't go out of his way to not make your mom jokes for anybody.
I do it to people I don't know.
It's like nobody's mom is off limits with Joseph.
Like Joey at work, I know that his mom is dead. I do not hold back. And Selmo, I know I don't hold back. I held back for Eric.
What about me? What if I tell you that I'm offended by it now?
I will scroll through our text messages and tell you to go fuck yourself.
And show you how you're not offended. Sir.
I think that you actually said a your mom joke to me just hours ago.
I did. Approximately 4:06 p.m.
What did I text y'all about when your dad came back from the dead?
Hang on a second. I said, no. I said, I'm loading up Gene's bed at the Pearl. Do you need help? And does he have a wire hanger for your fucking car? And I said, no, I'll be home in a minute. And then Joseph says, your mom will be home.
FYI, your mom will not be home in a minute.
No, she won't be. And she wasn't.
What did I text y'all when your dad came back from the dead on Facebook?
I don't remember what you put.
I said something about, is it appropriate to make your mom jokes about your dad now? Because your dad has a sex change on Facebook.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
she hasn't shown up on my Facebook in a while. I'm starting to get concerned. I need to look in on it.
I think Bobby probably turned her ass in is what happened.
Because he didn't understand. Yeah.
He was.
What did he know? He did the right thing.
I know, but he didn't understand that it wasn't. Yeah.
It wasn't Freeman coming back from the dead.
Right.
He was like, Mama? God. There's so many things I'm going to hell for.
Right.
Well, you're going to hell for a lot of different things, and I mean, listen, we talk.
Oh, are you gonna break it down?
No, I was just going to break
the
down
top 10 list. Is that where we're going?
top 10 list of fucked up things Joseph has said or done.
I want to talk about your mom jokes here for a second because we briefly touched on it in the last podcast that will be available soon. But your mom jokes. You remember when you were in school and it's like only the trashy rednecks said your mom. And
I never made your mom jokes until his mom died.
Yeah.
And it was like the worst offense ever. Like if you said your mom to somebody, it wasn't. It was just like somebody said something. You're like, oh yeah, well your mom. And it was like that's fucking fighting words.
But your mom was so fat. Was the worst ones.
Your mom is so fat and all that. But now it's like. It's just everyday speak in my household. Even Nikki saying your mom jokes to my kids, which means her.
Right.
Oliver made a your mom joke to me
awesome.
on Friday when I was picking it up from his mom's. It was a very inappropriate your mom joke. I was very proud of him.
But you had to put on that face like,
No, I
hey.
didn't. I didn't. He made a your mom joke. And it was about my mom being dead. And he is my 11-year-old son.
He said that to you.
11. To me. And his mom looked at me.
Annette, R.I.P.
Virginia
Annette.
looked at me and she said, "This is your fault." And I had no argument.
Right.
It is absolutely your fault.
No, I think it might be your fault.
But listen,
Uncle Jim.
But listen. Oh yeah, we never told that story on the pod. So Sam is Joseph's son, and when he was younger, how old do you think he was at this point?
8 or 9, maybe even younger than that, which makes it even worse.
He was 8 or 9, and so they'd come over for the holidays or whatever. And I was really nice to him. I'm always nice to the kids, but one time he did something bad or said something wrong or something, and I kind of got stern with him.
Yeah.
Because look, he wants you to refill his beer too, Joseph.
Please say. Can I have some more?
Right or left?
Right.
So over at my house,
The light beer.
over at my house, if you got kids and they're acting up, I'm gonna get in their ass about it.
Right.
You know,
It takes a village. Sure.
that's just standard. So he did something wrong, and so I got stern with him. And so somehow that morphed into there's Uncle Tim and there's Uncle Jim. And so I was committed to this story. And so they were leaving one holiday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I was like,
It was Christmas.
it was Christmas. So I went out there as Uncle Jim or Uncle Tim.
Uncle Jim is the cunt. So I got it in there.
I was gonna say he's always gonna get it in there. So Uncle Tim was
YouTube will get you for that one.
Uncle Tim.
Really?
No, they won't get me.
I've been on many podcasts and I've
Just
said
wait.
cunt a lot.
Uncle Tim was the nice one. Uncle Jim was the asshole. So I went into my bedroom real quick and put on like a scarf and a hat and some like sunglasses, and I went and hid in the car.
I gave him my keys and he went.
I went and
Looking
got-
like a pedophile.
I went and got in the car, and then like Sam goes to get in the car, and he's like, "Oh no, Uncle Jim's in here, and he's an asshole." So
We kept that going for years.
do you think that he really believed it?
I think for a minute. I think when we first started it.
I was committed to it, man. It cracked me up the fact that like I could be two people, you know, because you'd always see it like when you were growing up on TV, like twins.
Also
fucking-
think at that age, he probably didn't really know your fucking name because you weren't around a whole lot.
yeah, that's probably true.
Like when Nathan died, I was like, "Hey, Oliver, you're Uncle Nathan." Who's the fuck Nathan? I was
Right.
Uncle Tim and Uncle Jim.
Oh, that motherfucker, not Nathan,
R.I.P. Nathan.
but the other motherfucker,
Which other motherfucker? What motherfucker? are we
Charles, that sold the guitars and shit from y'all.
Sure.
The one that Nathan used supposedly
Yeah.
praise the guitar. That motherfucker's still squatting in the fucking attic of the Shell station with all the guitars and amps.
Oh, is it? I need to get with him and tell him to give me that shit back.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing is
Do
if
you have contact with him?
Oh, he's in the show all the time, but fucking Tony does.
The shell that he is referring to, audience, is the shady shell.
But Tony told me that he's going to have to
Fucking
go through
Tony.
the fucking court to get him out. Get all the
Listen.
shit out there.
Yeah, he's
Listen,
squatting.
you have this podcast.
Anyway.
It's called the Fairview Social Podcast. All you need is Eric. If you want to talk about Fairview, he knows all the bullshit in Fairview.
Yeah, I know, and I'm appreciative of that. But a lot of the listeners on the Fairview Social Podcast,
Or from Indonesia.
well, I had one the other day from Brazil.
Well, when you throw around the C word all the time, YouTube limits who sees your podcast.
Nah. Well, quit saying it then.
I'm not going to.
Actually, you know what? I'll just go in and edit it out. Every
Don't
time
do
you
that.
say it. Well, quit saying it all the time.
Well, you can bleep it out.
I am authentic.
So it's authentic for you to say the C
If you
word all
say
the time.
fuck too many times, YouTube will limit who sees
No,
your
it only
shit.
gives a shit about like the first like 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, but you were trying to fuck me the first time, and
I
fucking,
did. I
like,
did.
Before
You're
I
not monetized.
before
you
I
don't have
even-
enough listeners.
That's-
Nobody gets.
And you'll never get monetized or have enough listeners if you don't stop saying cunt and fuck.
So you have a choice.
So
You can either have me on your podcast or not.
or you can quit saying that.
I am probably not going to do that.
Tim, I think you need to have an explicit warning at the beginning of this episode.
He actually tried that, and it really sucks when you do like the age limit on your podcast, because it means that I can't turn my phone off and listen to the podcast. It won't let me do
Every time you upload a YouTube video, it asks if it's appropriate for kids, and I always put no.
Yeah, with mine, I always put no as well.
What is not appropriate for kids on your podcast?
Because I talk just like this on my fucking podcast. If I want to say fuck, I say fuck. It's my show.
I think it's because like people post videos specifically for little kids. So
well,
it's
you have the
just-
kids YouTube.
Well,
Yeah.
this YouTube,
And then you
this
have the regular
channel
YouTube.
on the episodes that I am on are not appropriate for children.
I'm just trying to say you might have 14 fucking viewers on YouTube because a cunty McCunk face over here. I mean, you know,
You know what really pisses me off is when you do a podcast with like just Mike Riley or just
AKA
one
Russell
other
Freeman.
person, and they don't. I know Mike Riley. I know that he cusses.
he doesn't reciprocate.
He does not cuss on your podcast, and you take the lead of your guests, which is the right thing to do. You're not doing anything wrong. I'm just an asshole. And you don't cuss, and then there's no cussing, and then I feel like it's not authentic because I know you
Yeah, I get it. Listen,
and I know Mike.
it was funny because I did an episode with Nikki when she released her book, Light Matters, Dark Matters.
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
it out on the Zon if you guys want to.
and the book's amazing. I have to buy it.
You're getting pretty good at this whole
I-
shout out thing.
So
I will tell you, she showed me the copy of it. I have to buy one. It's amazing.
so I did a podcast with her so that she could get clips to post for her social media to promote the book.
Yeah.
So I told her before we started, I said, listen, I'm not going to. What are you fucking laughing at?
Because he went, there's something, some weird noise with the fucking douche flute.
So
He made a douche flute noise.
So I told her, I said, because this podcast is for you, I'm not going to cuss in it. And then I accidentally cussed twice. So I went in there and I pushed the edit button and I censored it out. I'm about to have to fucking start censoring his dumb ass.
You're going to have a 10-second delay like they do on radio.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Just for
I'm going to be
Joe.
completely honest with you.
Okay.
If you start censoring me, I'm never coming on again. And I know that nobody gives a shit.
Authenticity.
Well,
Tim,
maybe one or two of the
authenticity.
14 listeners are going to drop off.
I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I leave my house for is to come onto your podcast, and that's going to take my entire social life away.
Listen, I'm not going to edit it. I don't give a shit. But you are right. If somebody, like, I will follow, because, listen,
Buffalini didn't cuss, and you didn't.
but listen, here's the
Until he turned on the microphone, the Buffalini's like, fuck this, fuck that.
He was. That's true.
Yeah.
But listen, where I stand on it is this: if I invite, like,
Because
say,
he's a hypocrite.
the first few episodes, like when Riley was on here, he didn't cuss or anything.
Because he cares what his kids think about him. I don't.
In my mind, it's like, hey, he wants to show his kids, or people want to show other people this podcast. And I don't want to be the reason that they're just like, well, I went on here, but Tim said all this shit too much, and I don't want my kids here. I get it. This right here, apparently you don't care if your kids think you're an asshole. My kids are all of age, so they can listen to this if they want to listen to it or not.
Do you know what's really bad? This is still a tamed down version of me.
Well, you get it here. Have a couple more, because look, audience, this is how much has been gone in the.
Well, he's not the only one drinking it.
We need a chicken and Roger here soon.
No, I would. Dude, he's like sinking more in the chair by the minute.
Yeah,
For those that don't know, we gave Roger a drink
His
that does
eyes
not
are all
have,
red and shit.
it does not have alcohol in it. That's
No.
all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
that's right. Anyway,
See?
so here,
I censored myself because I'm a good guest.
He said he's reclining in the recliner.
you may be a good guest.
Shut the fuck up, because you're about to say something mean.
I am. You may be a good podcast guest, but you're a bad parent.
Oh, I'm an awful parent.
I was hoping you were gonna get offended by that because I don't mean that. I think you're a good parent.
Listen, when my kids were younger, I was a terrible parent. And up until this week, I've been a good parent to teenage Sam and preteen Oliver. Oliver hates me right now, and that's okay.
Nah, preteen shit.
R.I.P.
no.
like for Joseph.
No, it's not preteen shit. No,
What did you do?
I gave Watson away.
What? You dickhead.
R.I.P. Watson.
I gave Watson to Clint from work, and Watson's probably living his best life.
Watson has a good home. If he went to Clint, he's got to get home.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Clint's loaded.
I gave a dog away, and Oliver was. I gave Watson away last week, and I did not say anything to Oliver that I had done it. And I asked Caitlin, and I said, "Hey, do you think I should tell Virginia, that's Oliver and Sam's mom, that I gave Watson away so he can get his emotions out there, where it's an emotionally stable household, where she could be,
He can actually comfort
she could be
him
comforting."
to where you're not.
And she was, and Caitlin's like, "No, that's," and Caitlin does not cuss. All of 14 of your listeners who know me know that I cuss a lot. My wife does not cuss.
yeah.
Bullshit.
She does not cuss.
I have heard her cuss.
I was
before.
gonna
not.
say, I've heard her cuss.
Neither of you had heard her. I promise you, neither of you have actually heard her cuss.
No, I don't believe it.
Man, I don't believe
Let's
it.
call her up. Call her up.
Call her.
All right. Let's call. Y'all continue. We'll call her.
Anyway, and so I decided to not and break the news to him myself. So then we had Wednesday, Thursday, and all day Friday to decide, do I tell him at his mom's house? Do I tell him
On the
at
way
the
to your
beginning
house?
of the 45-minute drive?
Yeah.
Do I tell him right before we get home? Or do I not tell him at all to see if he even notices? Just for the record, that was my vote.
That was the wrong one. I can tell you right there.
So I went with, I'm going to tell
Stand by.
him at his mom's house. I said, hey, and I told Virginia and I told Sam,
That was loud.
What?
Caitlin.
What?
Hold on.
Hey,
Shut
girl,
up,
hey.
Joseph. Caitlin, can I ask you something?
What?
Can you say fuck?
Am I physically capable?
Yeah, say it.
I can, but the gas guy's here. I think that would be kind of rude.
I need you
You
to.
don't want to be rude to the gas guy.
Joseph says that you
Don't cuss.
You don't cuss, but I know that that's a lie because I've heard you cuss plenty.
But this is Eric, and I've heard you cuss as well.
I
you
think
don't have to be like, this is Eric. She knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah. Drunk doesn't count.
drunk doesn't count.
Does count.
Drunk does count.
Also, your parents
Well,
cuss
then
like
all
sailors.
of you have heard. So why do you need proof?
Well, Joe said you didn't cuss.
Well, I mean, not sober or consciously.
So you won't say fuck right now.
The gas
No,
guy
probably
there.
not.
You can say the C word since that's Joseph's favorite word.
Apparently, I'm going to get Tim banned.
You're gonna get banned. Just YouTube didn't show your shit.
So you don't have any cuss word to offer us. Ass, bitch,
No.
nothing. All right. Well, I don't have time for this, Caitlin. Goodbye.
Yeah.
You're the
goodbye.
weakest link. Goodbye.
All right. So anyway, so I told Oliver, I told Sam and Virginia first. They're like, he's going to be so mad because a couple months ago, I finally found a home that would be good for Watson, and he cried all weekend, and it fell through. And I'm like, oh God, I'm glad it fell through. So I told him at his mom's house, and he was like, meh, I don't give a shit. He didn't say that. He was like, meh. Until Saturday morning, when his mom wasn't there to comfort him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need you to get out of bed. You gave away my dog.
You got that.
And so Rico, Sam, and I are working on
The face that you made.
Sam, Rico, and I are working on Rico's car and my truck. And I was like, Sam, I need you to get Oliver. He goes in there. He's like, he yelled at me. I was like, what's wrong with him? He's like, he's real mad about Watson. I was like, oh God. So I was like, I forced him out of the house, and he's like, I'm like, can you do that? No, because you gave away my dog.
I mean,
and for the record, I did in fact give away his dog. Yeah. And the week that I've had since I gave away Watson has been the best week of my life.
What? You don't like waking up with piss on your pillow?
I don't like. It's not even that because we kennel him. But what kind of life is it for a dog that I can't leave loose in the house?
Listen, I get it. I get it. It's all good.
And the perfect place that Watson would have gone would have been to Eric's house.
Yeah, but we've always had too many dogs.
They've got like 7,000 dogs.
I know. What's Watson going to make a difference?
Well, that'll be 7,000.
He loves Roger more than anybody in the world.
Well, look, we dropped one and that bitch went off and crawled in the woods.
I know. And every time you lose a dog, I get hopeful.
But I didn't know you're trying to get rid of him because we lost one. We would have gained him.
I've been trying to get rid of Watson for 7 fucking years. And maybe your husband isn't giving you all the information that you need.
He's not, because he doesn't want any more dogs.
Yeah, well played, Roger.
Well, I feel like Watson's in a good home. Yeah. And my life is much.
Clint's like on a farm, right?
I don't know if he's on a farm, but he has woods and a border collie that actually gives a shit.
Or is it like a big property?
I don't know why you're looking at him like he knows. They work together. Doesn't mean he knows everything about him.
We borrowed 2 fucking 20 by 20 tents from the guy.
No, that's Chad. That's
different guy. Okay.
Oh, that's not very. I was reassured for like a minute, and now not feeling it.
But Clint's his fucking underling. Why wouldn't he know?
I don't know if this is normal for like most people.
Anyway.
I don't know if this is normal for most people, but I feel like I'm a better parent as my kids are older than I was when they were young. Because
I completely agree with you as a third party outside looking into both of y'all's asses.
Because when you
y'all couldn't have gave a fuck less about your children.
No, that's not true. For me, it's not true.
I've always cared about my children, but I feel like mothers are better at taking care of their children when they're children.
But we joke about how fucked up you and I are when it comes to like people in our family dying. I am not an emotional person, and I don't do well showing emotion to my kids.
Yes.
And it has led me to not be the best father when they were younger. But like, I'll be honest, I've told this story on the podcast before. I got drunk one time not with Sam. Sam was not drunk.
He was, way too.
I was very, very drunk, and we got home, and that's bad. Caitlin and Oliver went to bed, and
Freudian slip.
Yep. Sam and I spent like an hour and a half in the garage talking about things, from Caitlin to Oliver to Virginia, and I feel like that was like the most honest conversation I've ever had with Sam. And ever since that conversation, Sam and I have gotten along great. He is very well aware of how impatient I am.
No, I want you to know what I just said was not a slight on y'all. That you're like horrible.
You're a shitty dad.
No, that you're a horrible parent.
But not now.
I think
my kids may disagree.
No, I think that y'all are. I think you're good parents. Yeah, I always have. But I think now you're more available to your kids when they get older than you were when they were younger.
Because you can relate to look.
But that's what I'm saying.
In my mind, I remember 15 like it was yesterday. It's like I don't remember what it's like to be a child and the needs and I don't know that if we were ever deprived of love and care and stuff like that. Which it sounds like we were.
I mean, that's kind of my point. I remember when you and I started having kids, Dad would always tell us, I don't want to be a grandfather like Gene was, right? Like Gene was absent when we were kids.
Yeah. And he was.
Yeah. And he's still, he's not.
R.I.P. Freeman. R.I.P. Freeman.
He's just in the fucking Pearl. He's not that far.
Yeah, you point like it's not that far, but I don't live in Fairview.
Well, absent in the fact that like he's not calling you up and like being...
Yeah.
Like, I want to be a good grandfather to Freya.
And so when I was growing up and then I had Sam, I was like, I am not going to be a dad like Freeman was when I was a kid. Because Dad and I, when I was a kid, we weren't close.
What are you looking at me for? I was there.
I'm not. Well, we weren't. Hold on. I'm looking at you because I'm having a conversation with the two of you, and sometimes I don't want to look at his ugly ass. And so I look over here.
Well, don't misunderstand.
I synced it.
I didn't have a great relationship with Freeman H.
Until we were older. Until we all worked together.
Yeah. Yes.
And I didn't want my kids to have that. And then I realized a couple of years ago, I was like, man, I'm treating my kids exactly how Dad treated me. And so I've tried to be more involved. Unfortunately, there's not a lot to be involved in because my kids are lazy. But
Well, I loved your mom to death, and I thought she was amazing. But for the longest time, her most popular phrase that I heard more than anything was, "God damn it, Joseph." All the fucking time. It was always, "God damn it, Joseph."
Well, that sounds about that track, right?
Yeah.
I'm really trying to think of an argument for that, but I don't have one. But I didn't want to be that kind of dad, and I have been that kind of dad. So I've been really trying to balance that out, especially now that they're older. My problem is I'm very impatient, and when I want something done or when I want to do something, I want to do it now. I don't want to be like, I'm going to plan for this. No, I want to do it now, and that bleeds over to I want the trash taken out.
Yeah.
I'm like, Oliver, take the trash out,
Yeah.
and then it takes him five minutes to get to it. No, I want it fucking taken out now.
I know. I'm the same way.
And so I
Nikki
told
would
them,
tell you.
I told both of them, and Sam sees it now, and I'm able to actually like have a conversation with Sam about my weird feelings versus his weird feelings. And I mean, that motherfucker went to fucking therapy and told his therapist that I'm an asshole. And that was like my eye opening. I'm like,
The problem is like the same with you. Apparently, it's like I get these like, for example, right now, like if I'm like, oh yeah, the trash needs to be taken out. Jack, I need you to take the trash out. And it's like, but
I want it to be done
now because that thought crossed your mind and you grabbed it and you want results from it. So my kids messed up, when they were younger and they didn't do something immediately, but like I don't have to ask twice anymore because they learn like they've learned like what your expectation is.
You know what? If you just take the trash out as soon as I ask, tomorrow we're going to do something awesome. We're not. We're going to sit at home. But
Well, I also look at it as fucked up individuals as we are. Both of y'all's kids are pretty well adjusted.
well,
the fucking my kid, I can't speak for Joseph, but my kids, the only reason they're as great as they are is because of Nikki. I mean, she's fucking the loving, mom that you wish that I had, and it's like,
what are you talking about?
What?
You did have that mom.
Maybe in the later years, but then she fucking died. It's like a guy.
Well, I'm sorry that you took 15 years to warm up to mom.
Oh,
But I'll
I'm
tell you
sorry
what.
it took you 15 years to warm up to dad.
But I'll be honest with you, that 15 years, I had it pretty good, didn't I?
Yeah, we fucking talked about this before. This dumb motherfucker right here, always getting her ATM card, fucking pulling out money. Anytime he just fucking had a twinge, like, oh, I want to go do something.
Mom, I can't say anything because I've benefited from that sometimes.
Hold on a sec. Mom's like, oh, here, go anything
There
you
was
want.
no here. You're like, I had to ask her. No, I just went to the Bank of America.
Meanwhile,
right over here.
Meanwhile, you changed the scene over to me and Nathan. It's like, hey, Dad, I want to go do this.
You're not getting
thing.
shit.
You fuck you. You go get a job. You know what? I got a fucking job.
So Sam turned 16, and apparently they made his appointment to get his driver's license, and that is what I'm worried about.
Fuck, we're old. It just makes me
Listen,
feel old.
I've accepted it. You're just hearing it. You hear pieces of it because all of our kids have gotten old.
And I don't have any children to watch get old. And
I
then I
know.
hear shit like that. I'm like,
But
fuck
like,
me.
you and I might see each other once a year, and that's
Which
just
is
the
bullshit.
truth.
We
It is
should-
bullshit. I don't leave my house.
Listen, I tried to get you guys to fight about it in the beginning, and nobody wanted to do it. Now that we've got a
There's
few
nothing to
drinks,
fight about. It
But
just
the,
is what
but
it
the
is.
reason is, for the last 15 years, I've been dedicated to raising my children. Like, that's what I've wanted to do. And I've done a shitty job of it, but they're very well adjusted.
you haven't done a shitty job.
Sam
of it.
has excelled, and he's going to yell.
In spite of both of their parents, they
Hold
have
on,
it well
hold on. Let me
adjusted.
clarify. He's not going to yell as a student. He's going to yell next summer to visit.
Listen, you.
He's doing a summer camp and yell at trees.
It's some college thing. I don't know. Apparently, it's a lot of money, and I said no, and so Virginia,
They're well adjusted in spite of both of their parents' fucked up shit.
So Virginia's mom is paying for it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is all kids are fucked up by their parents in one way or another.
I never, I always realized that we were fucked up by mom and dad, but I never realized it until my kids were fucked up by me.
Yeah, by the shit that you were doing. Because listen, this whole non-emotion thing is not just us. It stems from Gene Harold to Freeman H to us.
I agree.
And here we are. And now,
And then he's all kinds of fucked up.
No, I was fucked up by the parents who didn't raise me.
I know.
The
But
whole
the parents that
abandonment
did
thing and all
raise
that
you were
shit.
fantastic.
well, I mean, I don't know.
Just
what else
agree with it. I loved your mom and dad. Just
I don't know.
No,
what else to
they're
say.
fucking amazing. But also, when I thought that I would not have abandonment issues because I was raised by my grandparents and my mom and dad, and I didn't know I was adopted till I was like 9. And then I hit my like 30s and have abandonment issues. Like, what the fuck? Where did this come from?
Well,
What the fuck?
and now you're in your 40s and Roger's having to deal with it.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, look, we're in our mid 40s right now. And the problem with all this is,
Oh,
it's like
hold on.
you're starting
I'm in my early 40s.
early to mid 40s, and
I'm in my early ones too, you fuckwad.
we're still dealing with these things. That's what I'm saying is like, you know how like,
Yeah.
you know how you see people on TV that'll be like fucking 50 years old and like, I ain't fucking with him and all this bullshit. And you're just like, God, I thought I left all that shit in high school. Well, this is the same as that, just on a different level. It's like we're all still fucked up from our childhoods. We're all still fucked up from our upbringings or anything else.
I had somebody say to me, you seem so well adjusted and you got it all figured out. Motherfucker, I'm making it up every day as I go.
You're like, I'm 41 years old.
I just figured
and
out.
I hadn't had like an actual job in 10 years.
I just figured out in the past 10 years that all the adults we grew up with that we look up to that had it together, no, they just figured out that nobody fucking has it together, and everyone makes it the fuck up every day as they go. Nobody has anything figured
I'd like
the
a
fuck out.
limited camera scope into like mom and dad in the 80s.
It's probably the same bullshit as we were doing.
I never. Sam called me last week and said, "Hey, Dad, can you spend $5,000 for me to go to Yale for 2 weeks?"
Nah.
No, I never called. I remember
What benefit does that have?
I
for
called
you?
Dad and I was like, "Hey, Dad, I'd like to go to college," and he laughed at me first. And then he said, "You can join the military." And so Sam was like, "I want to do this." I was like, "Well, there's the Army."
Be all that you can be, son.
Yeah, it's a very weird situation with now that you have kids and you're literally looking into a mirror to see all of the fucked up shit. And thank God the kids have made it through it. Think about the kids that don't make it through this stuff and they latch onto drugs or alcohol,
right,
or it's suicide and all these things that can happen. It's like, I think that we're very blessed. I know you don't like me using that word, but we're blessed.
I think also y'all short sell yourselves as dads because your kids haven't gone there, especially you, Tim. Because it's not just Nikki doing that. That's you. That's you with the structure and with being a father and being there and present, even though you think you weren't.
And
but your kids aren't on fucking drugs. They're all successful. They're all doing good things. They all put out good things in the world. They're all good people.
I'll actually agree with him because whenever they were kids, I criticized the fuck out of you behind your back.
What are you talking about?
Because I was the one that taught your kids about baseball. I was the one that did all this shit.
No.
And now as having my own kids and seeing that, no, you're a great dad and you need to acknowledge that.
No.
I'm still a shitty dad, but it's okay.
No, you're not a shitty dad.
And then at this point,
other than you fucking say too many bad words around them.
I do.
My kid, I don't ever cuss around my kids. And the fact that they listen to this podcast makes me twinge, at least in the beginning it did. But
Sam listens to this podcast too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam.
my parents from the get-go, we had the fucking card group gang over there playing cards and getting drunk every Friday and Saturday night. And they were like, you're going to hear this, but you don't speak it until you get older. That was the only rules.
A few weeks ago, I came into the garage, so Sam didn't know that I was coming home. And he was fucking yelling at Oliver. And he said some fucks.
I'm sure he did.
And I said, I never want to hear you say that. He said, you say it. And I was like, you're correct. I had no argument.
But why would you put that expectation on your kids when we were cussing like sailors at 10 fucking years old?
Yeah, but
I don't know. So your kids are all grown now, but when they were kids, did you monitor the type of music they were listening to?
In the beginning, yeah.
I don't, and that's because I was never monitored.
I was going to say we never had a monitor.
It's funny because like Eli, I had him on the podcast the other day, which you'll hear that soon.
You had Eli on the podcast?
I did.
Did he talk?
Oh shit.
He was fantastic. He really was.
I've never been more excited for a podcast.
Right.
He was
Other than when Hayden and I are together.
he was really good. But hey, like Eli, I've never heard a profane word come out of his mouth ever.
Uncle Joe has.
Well, I know that because listen, because this is my point in all of it. Like I used to never say anything bad around my dad or anything because I had a reverence of like he was like important. He was on this pedestal. He's my dad. It's like he wouldn't accept this. Eli has that respect and doesn't do that.
Yeah.
If he said something bad, I would probably be like, nah, that's kind of weird. But he's a fucking adult. He's 25 years old, almost 26. Hayden
does not have that.
Gives zero fucks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jack will say things when he gets rambling off because he cusses like a sailor too. And I'm like, keep it.
He does.
I'm like, hey.
You told him to go to work at LSI. Right?
I think the worst thing that happened was you invited me to New York.
Yes, that is where it all fell apart for me. Because look,
Jack and Hayden.
My kids, listen, because I remember thinking when we got older, I'm like, when is it okay that I can be myself around my parents?
Now.
Like smoke cigarettes around them, or
I think I've told that story on here.
Do any of those things. But like, my kids have passed that threshold. I think it's because a lot of it's because of this podcast, and Hayden gives zero fucks anyway. But like, we as a family, like I never cuss around. Even now, it's like if we're just out there talking and hanging out, it's like you will never hear me say a bad word around my kids. And the fact that they listen to this, like I said, the first 5 or 10 episodes, I'm like, I don't want my kids to listen. Can I like block just my kids listening to this? But
I didn't want Sam to listen to the first episode that I was on because it was a story about me calling him a cunt. A cunt. and he listened to it. And then he was like, "Hey, Dad, can we talk about that podcast?" I'm like, "No, we cannot."
But they're fucking kids. They're like Eric said, we were out there cussing like sailors at 10 years old on the fucking monkey bars and everything else. It's like
we were big shit.
I will say this: Sam is a much better 15-year-old than I was.
Yes, if my kids cuss and that's all they're doing, then I'm.
Especially Hayden.
I can't even say kids. They're fucking adults.
I mean,
they're all adults.
You dropped Hayden off at 17 in New York City,
Which was not approved by me, but I got overruled.
and that's fine. So you know, all the fucked up shit that the three of us did has no level.
I know.
Nothing.
At 14 years old, I'm walking up the street to come see what my best friend is doing.
Jesus Christ.
And I get kidnapped by a purple van with people drinking a keg.
Yeah, we did have a keg.
It was Killian.
It was Killian's. It was wonderful.
fucking Ben, hold on. Pause.
14 years old.
Ben and his fucking Killian's. That's like the worst fucking beer ever.
Actually, Killian's isn't that bad.
You only say that because you got a keg of that shit for your first wedding.
I would rather have
I got
Smithwick's.
2 kegs of that, and you and I.
If we're drinking Irish beer, if we're drinking fucking Irish beer, Killian's is shit. I want Smithwick's all the way. It's a better Irish beer.
All I'm saying is Sam is a much better teenager than me, and Hayden. I love after I do a podcast with you and I mention Hayden, he always texts me. He'd be like, "I'm still waiting for you to come visit New York."
He's in fucking Mexico right now. We'll see if he responds to it. We pausing. Pause it.
All right then.
So Hayden is in Mexico right now. He went with his girlfriend's Mexican, and so I was concerned about it because there's a lot of cartel out there that could get him.
You would know.
They don't want him.
They don't want him. You said Hayden always texts you after the episode, so he's still listening to him?
Yeah, well, his text is always, "I'm still waiting for you to come visit New York." And my question is, when are you and me going to go to New York?
Well, let's fucking go.
Just the two of us.
We got plenty of vacation time.
I thought you went to New York.
We did, but we would like to go without everybody that went with us.
He's
I'm
going
just
to
saying,
be.
he's saying he's waiting you to visit, but you need to go visit before.
Let's plan
Well,
for
I can't
December
fly right now.
Why?
I don't have a real ID.
I don't either, but we can
like
go
a
down
Star
and get
Wars.
You
one.
have a passport.
Yeah, I do.
I don't have a passport.
Why don't we go in December?
Passport's easier
I'm
than
off
that fucking
the second-
star shit.
I'm
Yeah.
off. I took a whole week off in December. I'm burning vacation time.
I know. I need to do the same thing.
Let's go.
I've never flown on a plane.
Shut the fuck up. I've even flown on a plane.
I've flown a helicopter, not a plane.
Did you listen to my podcast where I talked about my first flight?
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of
Did
me.
you listen to his podcast about his first helicopter ride?
Yeah, it's called the helicopter ride. I pissed all over myself,
I did not.
but that's because I had too much to drink.
No, I want to go to New York. I want to go to New York, just the two of us. And the best part is Hayden's like, "You can just crash. I will sleep on the couch and you can sleep on the bed." I'm like, "No, I'll sleep on the couch. I don't want to sleep in your bed."
No,
I don't know what you're gonna do.
no,
in that bed,
no. all of that sounds like, oh, that's a good idea. But
until
I've been down that road until I'm like, you get to New York and then you're like, no, I'm getting a fucking hotel.
Well, I'll be okay with the two of us sharing a hotel room as long as we pre-plan it. I mean, that's for you. That's the problem.
Well,
You're
I mean,
like, I'll just have this Uber drop me off in New York City on Times Square, and we'll just walk into this hotel in June.
The only time I've ever been to New York is when I was a little kid. My dad drove a truck and went to New York, and it was fucking horrible.
Listen,
Driving a truck
New
in
York
New York.
City is fucking awful, but the subway is amazing, and I will go back just to ride on the subway.
Oh, the subway in Atlanta is amazing too. Right? Yeah.
It's an amazing feat that we've done, that we can build a city on top of a system like that.
Yeah.
But it is kind of janky.
But two of your three children text me on the regular, usually after a podcast.
Who else?
Jack doesn't really text me, but I see him every
No,
day.
it's the way he said it. He said two.
Two of your three children.
Two. But I see Jack.
You know what? What's going to happen when we're celebrating Gene after he actually passes?
Why are we recording this on a Monday, not a Friday or Saturday night?
Because
Everybody got shit to do tomorrow.
All I know is I spent $100 on this fucking really good bourbon, and
Well, thank you, sir.
it's been
We'll
good.
save the other half for Gene.
No, we're not. We're gonna have to get hold of the bottle.
it's pretty good. That double.
It
Oaked.
is.
It is really good and smooth.
As someone who has decided that whiskey is no longer my drink, I have drank quite a bit of it.
2 of the 3.
Two of the three.
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember doing that, but I'm just trusting you that
I think you'll be very surprised when you hear Eli's podcast. We had another guest on there. I won't tell you who it is, but it was 3 of us. And I told Eli to tell the story of when he got fucking pulled over and went to jail for speeding.
Did he?
You didn't know that?
No, I knew that your one son got mugged. I didn't.
He was going 140 miles an hour in my fucking minivan.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he went to jail.
I'm excited about an Eli podcast.
Yeah, he was good, and he was really good. Because he's not one that like talks a lot. He's learned from me over the years. Like we had that
He
party.
hasn't learned shit from you.
No, we had that. This is what he did learn. We had that party up there, and he's used to like going and hiding. See, I have this area here that I can go and hide in. And so he's used to going and hiding, and he stays quiet. And he's just, he doesn't talk too much. He's like not one with the words, but he did great.
When he was a kid, before Sam was born, I spent a lot of time with him. And then I didn't because Sam was born. And then a few Christmases ago, we all got very, very drunk.
Yeah, we made him carry the pitcher around. We went caroling.
What? Damn it, we've still not been a part of that. Drunk caroling.
We go.
It happened last year too.
Every year.
It happens every year.
I don't know why the fuck we.
There are 2 traditions.
No, I texted y'all and cussed y'all last year because I knew you were fucking doing it.
Well, it's your
and you did
fucking
it without us.
birthday, so you might
This is
have
my
shit
fucking
going
birthday.
on. But you can come
I
over
don't have
and
shit going on my birthday because nobody does anything on fucking Christmas.
There's one tradition that
I
Tim and
wasn't
I.
invited last year.
There's one. Well, it's his fucking house. Look at.
Listen.
Well,
you
then
don't-
this motherfucker just tells me,
that
"Well,
way.
just show up." I
I'm
don't
not
know what the
gonna-
fuck you're doing. I ain't
I'm
trying to
not
be out
going
in
to
your
invite you to
business.
Tim's house. It's not my fucking house.
Well, this motherfucker don't invite me to shit.
to all of the 14 listeners and Eric, it's an open invitation to
know.
do drunk caroling.
But we are
on
not
Christmas.
the type of people that just show the fuck up. We're not.
Go ahead,
Not
say
anymore.
what you got to say.
There are 2 traditions. There's one that we're keeping alive, and that is frying turkeys.
We will do that. Maybe we'll add Eric and Roger to
And
the
there's
list.
a new tradition over the last few years at this point that there's 2 things I'll show up for. The frying turkey is pretty easy because we do it at my house. But I always show up for the drunk caroling. And last year was a little disappointing
You fucker, I've never been invited to your house for frying fucking turkeys either.
because we do it in the middle of the day on like a Wednesday.
And
Well,
I work for my fucking self.
yeah, you can come over and do it.
Yeah, we're gonna fry.
But
it takes a long time.
There's
We
also
fry a lot of turkey.
there's also the Christmas mullet that you have to wear while you're going around and
I have no problem with that.
carry on.
Good shit.
He
I'll grow one.
He did not
Don't care.
hesitate.
Eli-
You're gonna have to pry it out of Eli's cold dead hands. though.
Eli was
I'll go
he
grab
was
my
drunk
own.
that
He
night.
was fucking wasted.
We made him carry the pitcher around.
I read the story.
And it was you had a keg of Modelo's, Modelo
those are-
Negro, and it was
Yeah,
amazing.
Modelo Negro. Yeah, That's funny.
And he did. He carried it around the entire neighborhood, and we were fucking sloshed.
Well, this year I'm fucking in for all of it.
Yeah, do it. Come on over. We usually go around 6 or 7 or something. I don't know.
Because I'd rather hang out with y'all for my birthday and Christmas than fucking my own
That first
family,
year we
for
did
sure.
it, there was somebody in this neighborhood, and I don't want to cause you problems. There was some bitch in this neighborhood who
The
wanted to take
pig
control
lady.
over it.
No.
She was
Fucking
like,
pig lady.
"Do we not have music sheets?" No, I don't have a fucking music sheet. Do you know the words? I do not.
Do you know the word?
I come faithful all the time.
But I'm
But I
here
don't know
and
the
I'm
words to
drunk.
come you all faithful.
I'm here and I'm drunk. I'm ready to go. That's all that matters.
Yeah, all we need is a voice. That's all we need.
And I don't even sing. I don't do any of it. I don't
No,
actually care.
it's always it's fun, and what's very surprising is the people that are home when you go and knock
They
on
love
their
it.
because nobody ever does that shit anymore.
Did you, as a child, Eric Freeman, as a child, did you go caroling?
No, but when I was in
Oh,
choir,
there's a butt here.
when I was in choir in the middle school and high school, we did.
That's not the same.
As a child, no.
Shut the fuck
but
up. That's not the same.
Just saying. Fucker.
Good lord, we invite a
so
man
much
over.
hospitality.
We invite a
Holy
man
shit.
over to speak on the podcast, and you
Shit.
tell him to shut the fuck
Fucking
up.
hostility. Shit.
Yeah,
Maybe there was some hostility there we need to work out there, Joe.
that old fucking Woodford
Tim
Reserve.
picked up on it and we didn't.
To be honest, it has nothing to do with you. There might be.
All right, in the last few minutes here before we wrap this thing up, and
After
I know
5
Justin's getting-
hours of podcasting.
yeah. What are you wrapping it up for? And after he has about 14 drinks, he's like, "I'm ready to go." We're like, and that's where I'm like, we need to tone Justin down a little bit.
Hold on. When we first started this, not even we, when you first started this podcast, the first few that I was on, you and I got pretty drunk before we even started.
That's true.
It's not my fault that you changed your fucking format.
What did I
Bitch.
change my format to?
I can't start drinking until we start podcasting.
Oh, that's right, because you were getting hostile towards Daniel. That was the Two Sad Dads creation
You
there.
know what's funny is they think that I'm hostile to. I love Daniel. I'm not hostile towards Daniel at all.
Eric, he's very hostile.
You say you love Daniel, but you started off the podcast insulting Daniel.
Nope.
Eric's like,
on Mike's behalf.
Eric's like,
I was on Mike's behalf, not yours.
Eric's
I'm
like,
sorry.
as an outsider
I'm sorry
listening, you seem
that
hostile.
I mistaken.
Daniel,
that was
you called
Mike's
me
hostility, not
You
yours.
called me on Saturday while you were podcasting with Nikki and Daniel, and Daniel said, "What did Daniel?" He said, "You're the most hostile person I've ever met."
That's true. He did say that.
Eric, you've known me longer than anybody other than this dumbass. Would you say that I'm a hostile person?
No, I think you're like the most non-confrontational person. I
Daniel's a
know.
bitch.
Well, listen, there's a couple things
And
going
then
on
you,
here.
And then you confront Daniel and say he's a bitch.
Daniel is a bitch, but you're also a bitch, and you are hostile
I've
towards
never-
Daniel.
Look, I've
I'm
never
not.
met Daniel, so I have no fucking clue.
Well, maybe we need to get him in here and get you on here. So
When the fuck is Mike Lord coming on the show?
he won't.
I
come
asked
on.
Mike Lord the other
Fucker.
day. He said he's ready.
No,
He's awesome.
He won't. He won't come on.
He has the voice for this.
He does. It'll be. Good. It'll be a good episode too.
Yeah.
If he's worried about it just being me, we can get some. We can get all. You know, Mike. Do you know him personally?
We all
Yeah.
got drunk. We got drunk and showed up here one night.
We can have 4.
We did. His wife threw a fit because he came out here to Fairview.
He
with
got
it
a lot of
for
trouble.
the fucking Mexican place. What is
In-
that Mexican place behind McDonald's and shit?
Whatever it is on
by,
Highway 100 next to Publix.
beside Brew House and shit.
It's Tito's, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, Tito's.
Yeah.
He got in a lot of trouble.
We were there
It
hanging
was
out,
after
and
the
then he come out
Christmas
here.
party.
Was I there?
Yeah.
You weren't at Tito's,
No,
but you
but
were
we all
obviously
come out
at your
here.
own fucking
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. Okay.
We showed up here at like 9:00 at night. He was fucking wasted.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we need to bring him on here.
I don't know
So,
why people think that drinking with the 3 people at this table is a good idea.
Shout out to Mike Lord.
It
You
never
can
goes well
Mike,
for
come
anyone.
on out here,
I
Lord
think
Mike.
Michael Lord's awesome.
It'd be good. So,
I'll allow you to wrap this up.
well, I
So-
appreciate that.
So I think you need to have Russell Freeman on, and then you have Russell and the other Mike on at the same time because they're the same person.
And Daniel's a bitch.
All right,
I need
You
guys.
you
say so. I've never met him.
I need you
but
to say it.
Daniel's a bitch.
There's an after the after
Daniel-
show here where we
Daniel is
continue
a
to
bitch.
drink this Woodford. Thank you guys.
I mean, I feel like at this point we might as well finish this bottle.
Yeah.
that's true. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
And we'll
Have a good night.
this may have a good night. All right. See ya.
Later.